Hey guys, what's going on? Little update here on the grain markets: corn, soybeans, wheat. To start the week, we're up a penny and a half on corn, down 10 3/4 on beans, down 6.5 on wheat. Overall, just kind of a quiet day. And as you can see in the corn chart, kind of an uptrend here since I don't know, early December. An uptrend. Not much of one, but as far as cash levels go, we've been about flat. Once a lot of things hit $7 corn, a lot of that stuff was contracted or moved, or vice versa there, and basis levels shot down. So really, I mean, it's been in the $6.40 to $7 range ever since harvest here. So it's not been, up in here. We were in a lower basis. Harvest basis levels are being traded. So that 675, level has been pretty consistent for corn. Overall exports have been set, pretty poor for corn. Let me get a kind of an example here of the inspections that we saw here today come out. And we can go over this for beans and wheat as well. Looks like the trade was kind of estimating, a range, around, in the 20 million bushel, 20 to 30, and we kind of came up with a 18.9. It's still kind of in the lower part of the range. It wasn't a huge, surprise, but not good. Beans were kind of poor for export inspections as well. Excuse me, they were good. Pretty solid, pretty wide estimate of the range, 30 to 70 million bushels, but we came up with 67, so the top end of the range came there, and we've remained pretty solid on bean exports overall. I think a big part of that, this is just time for bean exports, as the crop's still growing in Brazil and Argentina, but also, we've had a little bit of a delay in harvesting here, the past month. A lot of rains in central Brazil. And that could be kind of helping our export market for soybeans here at the moment. Let's see about wheat here. As far as wheat goes, pretty solid. Calling it for about 10 to 20 million bushels. Expected to be out there. Came with 19.7, so definitely top end of the range. So good numbers there. Good numbers. Good prints. Now let's just kind of go over the WASDE report expectations. I know, it can be a big mover. The big one's March planting intentions, which in my opinion is way overtalked, overstressed about. I mean, most of these people, traders talk about, it's going to buy corn acres, the ratio 2 to, 2.5 ratio beans to corn, A lot of it has nothing to do with that. A lot of it has to do with input costs and crop budgets. These guys who say that never ran a crop budget in their life. And I run them about every day. Especially big moves with inputs and big moves with prices. So I don't think it's a big idea. I think the biggest point is going to be trying to export corn and having China purchase corn going forward. So let's get to it with some of this. Get to it with these numbers that pulled up here. Big one, ending stocks here. Corn for this February print. 1.266 billion bushels for corn. Pretty tight balance sheet. Anything sub or near, under 1.5 billion, still pretty tight. Domestic demand's been pretty solid. Again, this year, Mexico has been a big buyer of corn from the U.S., and that's nice to hear as well. 211 billion bushels of soybeans, and in the trade's guess for this ending stock number for soybeans. I think it's right in line where I'd kind of put it. Wheat 576, right there. I'm not too knowledgeable about the wheat market history of the stocks we've had here, but I guess we'll see what that number turns out to be. as far as the, let's see here, Brazil's soybean production. That's going to be a big one too. I think they raised that. A lot of these traders estimate a 153 print, and I think they could possibly raise that. Brazil's a heck of a year, and USDA is always conservative. A lot of privates, are calling for way above that, so it could be bearish for the bean market for sure. Really anything. Argentina soybean. The traders are guessing a bump in this one. January print was 45.5, and we were here looks like about a little over 42 for the Argentina one. I would definitely bet that one gets cut. I mean, just a pretty poor growing year for them guys down there. As far as I guess China production, stocks, imports, they're calling for a 277.2 production in China, imports at 18, and a corn stocks of 207.3. So some added numbers that may not be useful, but could always be kind of useful. And other than that, that's just kind of the fundamentals. It's going to come down to that carry-out number. Nothing really else. Just some balance sheet stuff. As far as the production cuts, the biggest ones, watch Brazil. I think we're all in agreement Argentina's going to drop, but Brazil could raise that estimate. Excuse me, quite easily. So let's go check out the kind of the bean market here, if we can. Beans have been in a solid uptrend. I didn't realize this. Solid uptrend since harvest. So basis levels have been, firm to steady, increasing. Been pretty solid overall. I don't know if you get a huge sellback. You get back to like 15 or 1480, 80-ish levels. 1490 if it'd be a good buy or not. If you draw like a resistance line here. Oh, crap. I'm trying to get this back here. You draw that thing up there. I'm not sure how to draw it. I think it's a line here, yeah. Draw this thing right up in here. The next, I guess, obvious point would be around that. If they sold off at $15 and continued that pattern, that'd be a good buying point. I'm not a big technical guy, but I do like to trading uptrends sometimes, so that's a good way to look at it. Next, let's check out the wheat technicals. I do enjoy doing technical analysis sometimes. It's kind of a year. Let's go to a year chart here for wheat. Super volatile there with Ukraine crap. Just made it kind of tough to trade. 6-month chart. Obvious kind of choppy trade here. Not much technical, I guess ideology to speak from. It's just kind of been a bear since that October time slot. As far as, fundamental moves, I'm not too positive. I know the Black Sea region is getting pretty dry, and, could get a rally, but it's really just kind of traded in this 8 to 720 range past 2 months. So could it continue? Yes. Could it break out? Yes. Anything's possible. But overall, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and maybe leave a comment. What video recommendations would you like me to go over? But overall, I appreciate you watching, and have a nice evening, guys, and have a great week.